Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Florentine. Some people call me Flo. I aspire to be a distinguished flow master as someone who can go with the flow. So in that endeavor, I seek to be a flower, a flower, to be Florentine of the flowers. In that endeavor, I've walked amongst the flowers, and I have done my flower contemplation meditation. And through this, I have come to learn some of the secrets of true flower power. The 3 secrets to flower power are to be able to fully see the flower within yourself, to be able to see the flower within others, and to be able to cultivate a flower garden in the world around you by nourishing that which sustains life. So flower power secret number 1, seeing yourself as flower, seeing yourself as a flower essence that you are. Have you ever noticed an iris that was aspiring to be a calla lily? Or a calla lily that desired to have the fragrance of a frangipani? Or a frangipani that wanted to grow as big as a sunflower? No! Flowers know what their essence are. They are that which their seed designed them to be. You also don't see flowers toiling away, laboring, day in, day out in order to have their needs met. And you don't see flowers marketing to the bees so that they will come to pollinate them. No, flowers don't have to do in order to. They have mastered the art of being so that. They have learned to blossom fully as they are so that they are able to sustain their life and give their gifts. Flower power secret number 2, to be able to see the blossom in others. Have any of you ever met a flower that was still in its seed state, that never sprouted because it only thought of itself as a seed? Or a flower that remained tight in a bud and never blossomed because it didn't realize its potential to be a flower? I actually came upon a flower just like this. It was a rose bush in my grandmother's garden. She was getting ready to pull that thing out of the ground. I was horrified. I said, wait, whoa, why are we pulling this thing out of the ground? And my grandma said, well, it doesn't blossom. It grows the buds, they get really tight, like they're about to burst, and then they just wither and die. And my heart went out to this rose bush, and I made my grandma promise me for one season, give me one season with this rose bush. Let's not pull it out of the ground, okay? If it doesn't blossom after one season, fine. So she agreed. Every day I went out to this rose bush, and I just gave it my love. As the buds started to grow, I could see it getting tighter and tighter. We were at that moment where typically it decides to fold. And I reminded this bud of who it was meant to be. I gave gratitude for the blossom that I knew was in there. I stayed with the curiosity. What color is it going to be? What is the fragrance of this rose going to be? And I gave gratitude for that which was about to unfold. And sure enough, just as it was at that tipping point, it could no longer hold it in, the crinkly little petals started to unfold. I ended up cutting that rose, I brought it inside, and I put it in its own honored place within my house, and I gave gratitude to that rose for its beauty, its fragrance. It was so rich and full of petals, and the fragrance was more powerful than any I had ever smelled. As I gave gratitude for that one single rose in my house, more roses continued to bloom on that tree. Each one started to open with more ease and more grace, no more crinkly petals. They were beautiful, beautiful petals. This rose taught me a huge life lesson about the power of being able to see the flower potential in another. Flower power secret number 3. Flower power secret number 3 is being able to create the flower garden around us that nourishes life and sustains us. One thing that I've learned from walking with the flowers is they don't pollute the air that they breathe. Instead, they add a beautiful fragrance to it. They don't pollute the waters that they need in order to sustain their life. Instead, they take only what they need. Some of them collect a little extra so that other life can come by and enjoy the water as well. They take the nutrients from the soil that they need, and at the end of their life, they gracefully go back into the earth to provide nutrients so that new life can spring up. They also don't go to war with each other in order to tap scarce energy resources. Instead, they draw upon the abundant energy resources of the sun. I have been really amazed at the profound wisdom that I've been able to learn by the still, silent beauty of the flowers. I've learned how to see the true flower essence within myself as I seek to blossom that fully as a life endeavor. I've learned the power of being able to see the flower essence in others while it may not be visible yet on the surface. And I've learned the importance of being able to live in harmony with my environment so that it can continue to nourish me. So all in all, the keys to owning our flower power are to have gratitude for the air that's blowing, to take care of the waters flowing, to cultivate the healthy nutrients that are growing, to tap into an energy source that is ever glowing, and to ensure that our love light